when he speak with kids, he's crying. He said, I can speak with my kids. He missed the kids. When kids talk with Papa, kids cry too. Papa, I don't know what time you come home. Where are you now? He said, I'm New Jersey. And he said, when you come back home? He said, okay, later, not now. The kids cry.
Within 2 months of the September 11th attack on the World Trade Center, Attorney General Ashcroft had announced that he detained over 700 individuals. He refused to disclose their names, and he refused to disclose much information about them. What has become known since that time is that the total number is well over 1,200, and many of those individuals were held for substantial periods of time without any charge against them.
These people who've been detained, who've been deported or facing deportation, they are painters, they're custom tailors, they're cooks, they're taxi cab drivers, they're human beings with families, with jobs, and some who have been here for 20 plus years. These people have been raided, house raided by not only the local police, but FBI agents, interrogated and told, if you don't cooperate with me, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z to you and your family.
Muslims of South Asian origin and Middle Easterns in general have been special targets of law enforcement since 9/11. And these are people, in many instances, just given the nature of these proceedings, will probably never be able to rejoin with those families at all. So in many situations, the families from whom they have been split will have to face the choice of either living without these male members, and frequently they are sort of the breadwinners of the family, or they have the choice of returning back to their countries of origin to join them.
I came to New York August 1995. It was nighttime. We were in the car and we were on the Verrazano Bridge. I was looking everywhere, just amazed by the sights and the tall buildings. I got used to this place the first time. I loved it the first time I saw it. I was just amused by the lights on the bridge and everything. It was just so amazing just to be in a different world.
And you know, it's really embarrassing, the whole neighborhood, you know. They don't even look at my store now because they just come, you know, I'm walking on the street, they just ask me what happened to your father. I say he has a court date. All of them, it's pretty embarrassing. The store, they come to my mom, they say, you want to sell the store, you want to sell the house, how much you want, you know. We got this one over here too, this is a guitar.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't like that?
Yeah.
You know something?
Busy now? Busy now?
Yeah.
You're not still busy? The same without your husband here?
At home, 14-year-old Wakas Akram has become the man of the house since his father's incarceration. At school, some of his classmates call him a terrorist.
People make fun of me, you know, they call me, they say, what are you gonna blow up next? You're gonna blow up the school and stuff like that. And they call me Osama bin Muhammad, you know, they make fun of me. And it's pretty hard for you to live over here as a Muslim now.
They didn't come 6 months ago before September 11th. Didn't they know that he was living here? Ever since he's been here, he's been trying to get a green card, but somehow, I don't know how, but he got me and my brothers and my mom here in this country, so he thought he didn't need a green card anymore. His family was here.
It's pretty sad, you know, because President Bush said that we after the terrorists, we not after Muslim people. I think someone has to stand up and, you know, tell the truth, like what's going on and what's been happening to them. You know, people don't believe, I mean, my father didn't believe that they were arresting people until it happened to him.
In October, the Congress passed a draconian law, which is referred to as the USA Patriot Act, that has some very harsh provisions that apply to immigrants. The INS regulations capped the period an immigrant could be held in detention without charge to 24 hours. Since September 11th, we have seen the Attorney General single-handedly change that rule. The INS can detain an individual without charge for 48 hours, or in the case of an emergency or extraordinary circumstance, an uncapped reasonable period of time. And we've seen that the Attorney General is treating this period after September 11th as an emergency, and he is detaining people in some cases for weeks on end without charge.
If a policy is going to focus on undocumented people in the United States, it cannot selectively be enforced with a certain sect of the population, which is South Asians and Arabs.
Zahida Parveen's husband will soon be deported. Meanwhile, she's raising 6 children by herself. She's made arrangements for 2 children to return to Pakistan to live with relatives. Aisha, who has spent most of her life in Brooklyn, is one of the 2 who will soon be leaving.
Today is Sunday, March 10th, and 8 days before I leave, go back to Pakistan. Never be a long time before I see this place again. My dad's gonna be deported in I think a week, but most likely the 15th. The one thing I really want to be is entertainer. I love singing and dancing, and when I go back to Pakistan, I may never be able to do that. Every night I think about it, and it just makes me sad. I think I may never be able to accomplish my dreams, my goals.
She left back country. She missed this country. She cried a lot. She mama. She missed her friends, school, teachers. That's why she said, I don't know when I come back here.
My father, he just went back on Sunday. I felt like, it was like we were back together and felt like a family again. But actually he was going back, but I still felt, happy because I hugged him and, met him, and it was really good, because all of us in front of my mom and uncle, all of us staying together in the same place.
We, the United States, are still the most open society in the world as far as immigration is concerned. We take more immigrants every year than the rest of the world put together. The fact that we value immigrants and welcome them here, and immigrants want to come here, I think shows you how the magic of immigration works. The good thing so far is that even after 9/11, we haven't given up on the promise of immigration.
The Akram family is now back in Pakistan. Their discount store has been sold to relatives. They'll remain in South Asia indefinitely, but their aim is to return to America. In our next story, we return to Chinatown with a look at the emotional toll that September 11th placed on the community. After all, Chinatown is located in the backyard of Ground Zero. In the weeks and months following September 11th, many New Yorkers turned to mental health professionals. But the idea of talking to strangers about personal anxieties is foreign to many Asian Americans. In fact, Asians use mental health services at 1/3 the rate of most Americans. But in Chinatown, some people are willing to talk about their experiences, such as Weng Yang Tai, a single mother who works as a home care attendant. The morning of 9/11, she watched from her home as the towers collapsed.